Hi friends, good afternoon. So welcome to SQL Master. I am Manju here and I welcome you all for my YouTube channel. So today in this video we are going to discuss about cloud testing. Okay, so what do you mean by cloud testing? So recently in interviews the interviewers are asking about what is cloud testing and some of the cloud testing concepts. Okay, so for that reason I'm making this video. So before starting video, if you are not subscribed to SQL Master YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to SQL Master so you are able to get the ETL related SQL Oracle Informatica and cloud platform videos here. So let's start the video, and I made here these slides. So what I want to show you, getting started with cloud testing. So we are going to learn how to perform cloud testing. In order to understand this, we need to know the cloud computing concept first. So the article explains about cloud computing, cloud testing, and the major challenges with testing in cloud. Okay, so this is what the diagram you are observing here. The cloud testing, almost all these, okay, stress, load performance, functional latency, browser performance, compatibility, all related to the cloud testing here. The cloud computing introduction. So, several years ago, the industry witnessed a new buzzword and technology called virtualization. Okay, so with the advent of virtualization, the ideology of sharing computing resources across multiple operating systems in order to increase scalability. Scalability means what? So auto scalability. Okay, so according to the load, for consider example, you are running a website, web application. Okay, depend on traffic, what your website getting. If the website getting more traffic, the automatically the EC2 instances or computing systems will get increased. If your website getting low traffic, the automatically the scalability will get down. So this is what called as scalability, and reduce capital costs and enable easy administration of IT infrastructure. It became the backbone of several enterprises. Okay, so in the past few years, the IT witnessed an evolution of virtualization in the form of cloud computing. Any novice to the cloud must picture cloud computing as a model that views everything as a service. So it is obvious to define cloud computing as a total solution that delivers IT as a service, like virtualization. Its motto is resource sharing, whereby allocation and availability or on demand via internet. So consider for a real life example here to explain the cloud computing. So we can easily understand the theory of cloud computing by taking a simple example of having meal at a restaurant. Okay, so for example, consider the having meal at a home versus that of having at restaurant. So while the object is purely consumption of a meal, okay, so main object is consuming of meal, whether it is in home or it is in restaurant. The approach or model used in both these cases varies to great extent. Okay, so let us understand here. At home, you need to make sure whether you have all the ingredients required for the meal. You need to make sure that the required preparation to cook the particular dish is done. You cook the food, and the responsibility of keeping the surroundings steady post the dish is cooked solely belongs to you. Now, on the other hand, having the meal at a restaurant can be described as a catering, which is a service. As a customer, you only go to the restaurant and order the dish of your choice and pay for the services. The bonus of the processing the ingredients, preparation for the dish, cooking the dish, its presentation, serving the dish to you, clearing, cleaning the table once done, packing any excessive leftover food, all fall on the restaurant's administration. So here the concept you can understand. The cloud is nothing but is service which those cloud people are providing us a service. Okay, virtualization is comes into the picture here. So the cloud mainly has three types of delivery models and components that provide as a service capabilities. You can see here infrastructure as a service, that is IaaS. This is the most fundamental layer of which forms the building block of the cloud. It mainly comprises of physical resources such as a storage, network devices, computing services, servers, etc. All these computing resources are available on demand, where a user pays for it as per his usage. And second one is platform as a service, that is PaaS. The central layer in the cloud is the platform. Here there is no control over the underlying infrastructure, but you can access deployed applications. Hence, this provides the entire runtime environment on demand, which could be a development or a test environment. Hence, in this model, most commonly you would have a VM that contains complete environment. VM means virtual machines like OS, operating system, required middleware, etc. available when you need it. And third one is called software as a service, that is SaaS. The topmost layer here is the application layer, which will generally visible to any user. Here applications, products are available to the users on demand via internet. Hence, instead of having to acquire the license for a particular user, this proves to be most cost effective way of making sure that the license is always in use. Examples of this are like Gmail, Google Docs, Photoshop, etc. Okay. So then comes to types of cloud. There are three types of cloud formations, namely public, private, and hybrid clouds. So what is public cloud then? Are ones Public clouds are ones where the services are available to everyone, where the resources are allocated and provisioned dynamically as per request. Okay. So these services are available for everyone, okay, publicly. And private clouds are generally managed within the firewall rules, okay, of a particular organization, and are available only to the users within the company. Okay, these are private, it's not exposed to the internet or public. Hybrid clouds are a mixture of both private and public clouds. Organization can decide what service they can want to expose to everyone and what services they want to expose only to the users within the organizations. So this is called as hybrid clouds. So cloud testing and need of it. So cloud testing refers to the testing of resources such as hardware, software, etc. that are available on demand. Even the testing here can be viewed as a service. For cloud offerings, it's essential to make sure that the service or product not only meets its functional requirements, but also non-functional requirements. With a range of applications in the cloud, it is now becoming essential to develop the cloud testing strategy. So, what are the benefits of cloud testing then? The need for cloud testing is very easily visible with benefits that we derive from it, which are far too many. Below, we have attempted to discuss the most apparent benefits which explain why cloud is need for our. So these are the some very important features of cloud testing. Cloud. Dynamic availability of testing environment. The normal testing approach in any organization is to invest in the hardware software infrastructure required for the testing. So almost many of you will agree that the environment supplied to the testing teams very rarely match a customer environment on the account of rapidly changing requirements. Okay. So as a result of which it is very challenging for the companies to keep it up. Cloud is the only answer to this problem, whereby users can easily replicate the customer environment and find defects early in the cycle. So second point is low cost. Another angle to the previous point is that when companies invest in the infrastructure, the usual cause of it, many of their servers are not utilized for all the time. Okay. So as a result, they may have incur additional expenses on the license renewal. Transitioning to the cloud helps in this scenario as well, as users can commission appliances as and when they want, thereby saving huge costs for an organization. Then third point is easily customizable. With the use of cloud, it's an easy task for organization to emulate an end user centric environment by customizing it as per the usage, thereby saving cost and time. Test teams can easily perform load and performance testing scenarios in various permutations and combinations like different OSs, browsers, and configurations, etc. So next fourth point is very important, like scalability. This is one of the most attractive feature of cloud, whereby the computing resources, that is computer servers, can be increased or decreased wherever it is necessary. So initially in this video I had given example of website getting traffic. Okay, so this comes into picture. This is widely used in situations where the business requirements keep altering frequently. Cloud testing deep dive. Okay, we just go in deep with cloud testing. Testing with respect to a cloud will employ both traditional and new age methods to perform testing. Testing and cloud are equally large domains in their own path. Let's learn how to weave both together in a below sections. So cloud testing forms. Cloud testing can be broadly divided into four different categories based on what they aim to do. So testing of the whole cloud. The cloud is viewed as a whole entity based on its features. Testing is carried out based on that. The testing within a cloud. This is testing that carried out inside the cloud by checking each of its internal features. Testing across the clouds. Based on the specifications, here the testing is carried out on the different types of clouds like public, private, and hybrid clouds. Source testing in cloud. Functional and non-functional testing is performed based on the requirement. So here, cloud testing environments. There are three types of cloud testing environments. A private or public environment where the quality of applications deployed in them needs to be validated. A hybrid environment where the quality of applications deployed in them needs to be validated. A test environment that is cloud based, where the quality of applications deployed in the cloud needs to be validated. So here, types of testing performed in the cloud. Testing in a cloud has to not only ensure that the functional requirements are met, but a strong emphasis needs to be laid on the non-functional testing as well. Let us take a look at the different kinds of testing that are performed. So functional testing. Functional testing has to be performed to make sure that the offering provides the services that user is paying for. Functional tests ensure that the business requirements are being met. So some of the functional tests are described below. So system verifications testing. This ensures whether the various modules functions correctly with one another, thus making sure that their behavior is expected. And acceptance test. Here the cloud-based solution is handed over to the users to make sure it meets their expectations. Uh, Interoperability testing. Any application must have the flexibility to work without any issues, not only on the different platforms, but it must also work seamlessly when moving from cloud infrastructure to another. So coming to non-functional testing. Non-functional testing tests mainly focus on a web application based test, ensuring that they meet the desired requirement. Here are a few forms of non-functional test discussed below. Availability testing. The availability testing means the cloud supervisor or vendor has to make sure that the cloud is available round of the clock, as there could be many missions critical activities going on. The administrator has to make sure that there is no adverse impact to the consumers. And the second point is multi-tenancy testing. Here the multiple user use cloud offering testing must perform to ensure that there is sufficient security and access control of the data when multiple users are using a single instance. So third one is performance testing. Verification of the response time needs to be done to ensure that the everything is intact even when there is a lot of requests to be satisfied. The network latency is also one of the critical factors to evaluate performance. So fourth one is security testing. As everything is available anytime with cloud, it's essential to make sure that all user sensitive information has no unauthorized access and the privacy of users remains intact. When maintaining the applications in the cloud, user data integrity must also be verified. So fifth one, disaster recovery testing. So as already stated in availability testing, the cloud has to be available at all times. If there are any kind of failures like network outages, breakdown due to the extreme load, system failures, etc. So measures the fast failure is indicated, and if data loss occurs during this period, so the data recovery is very important here. So scalability testing. Test to make sure that the offering has the capability to provide scale up or scale down facilities as per the need. So next coming to cloud testing tools. Some of the tools using different kinds of testing performed in the cloud environment are mentioned in this section. The details of tools are out of the scope. So you just go through these tools. Tools for performance testing in the cloud. So many tools are basically used for performance, load, stress testing. Some of these are listed below, like source star, cloud test, load storm, cloud test go, app perfect, and meter, cloud sleuth, and cloud test go, app perfect. Okay, so these are the some of the cloud tools you can just list out here. So cloud security testing tools. There are also some security related tools which are commonly used like Nessus, Wireshark, and Nmap. So these are security testing tools. Cloud testing challenges. So what you face challenges in while cloud testing. So you can see here challenge one, with everything available on demand to any user, security is primary issue for the businesses as currently there is a still lot of discussions and research going on the industry to set up security standards, user privacy protection, security standards on the cloud, the security of applications running in the cloud. Security testing techniques are some of the primary issues that need to be addressed in the cloud infrastructure. And challenge number two is another big challenge is that performance of an application in the cloud, especially specifically in the private clouds, it will be shared across many users and hence cloud lead to delays as well. Also, in case of some maintenance or outage related activities, and bandwidth may seem to be insufficient. So challenge number three is sometimes for the testing purposes, we require certain configurations with respect to server, storage or networking, which may not be supported by cloud provider. This sometimes make difficult to emulate customer environments. And challenge number four is another commonly faced challenge. This is with respect to integration testing, whereby the testers test the network, database, servers, etc. In such situations, this tester will not have control over the underlying environment. Secondly, the challenge is doubled when there has to be an interaction between these components because the tester will have to anticipate risks like crashes, network breakdown. So this is what about cloud testing video. So I think you understood the concept here, cloud testing and used tools also, and what is cloud, why it is necessary. Cloud is necessary. So this is what the thing here, what I want to show you. So if you like this video, like it and share it, and kindly subscribe to SQL Master to get cloud videos, ETL testing videos. Thanks for watching this video. Bye bye. Have a nice day, friends. Take care.